Sweet. Day 2 investigation. Let me know if the audio is too loud or not. Congrats on graduating one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish? What? I want that. It's original. Or how the Grinch stole your college graduation. That'd be fun too. It's a very early stream, it is. I have plans later tonight, so I figured I'd start early. I don't normally stream Sundays, but I just really wanted to stream again after a big break. But welcome in, Dino Nugget. Hope you're doing well. What were we even doing? Seems very loud in my ears. Okay. Is there anything else here? I feel like we've figured everything out already. Let me see if I can go through my stuff here. What did we learn? Wait, what is this? Can I not look at it? Shows an empty lake taken automatically at 12:24. Did it not save? Because I remember we found the tank. Oh yeah, okay. So that option's still there, so it did save. Is there anything at the boat rentals? Hey, Nick. This is the boat shop that Lotta was talking about. You're right. Doesn't seem to be anyone around at all. Well, let's go check it out anyway. Wait. Oh, can I move in? Oh, hell yeah, we can sneak in. Caretaker shack. Meg, that you? Eek. Hey, is that Keith with you? Where have you two been? I've been worried sick. Verb. Dude, I love parrots. It's amazing how old they can get. Can't they be like... Wait, I'm gonna be so stupid. I feel like they have the same life expectancy as a human, which is crazy. Let me see. Let me look it up. I just don't want to be wrong. Expectancy of... I think they're typically a gray parrot, but I'll just put a parrot. But how long do the lifespan? 50 years? I mean, it's like half the expectancy of a human, but still impressive. They get real old. When I visited Mexico, like when I was a kid, pretty much everyone owned a parrot in the village I went to visit. Thank you for the follow, like Corel. Instant classic. Hope you're doing well. They live very long, and I love that about them. I think I'll leave this one up to you, Maya. Meg, yes? Finally made up your mind, have you? My mind? You'll run the pasta shop. Oh, the pasta shop while I'm gone. I've always wanted a parrot as a pet, but I feel like that's such a big commitment. It is a huge commitment because they last even longer. But you grow a bond with them. You learn to live with them. I just don't know if I could handle the constant chirping and talking of a parrot, honestly. You make your old man proud. When you kids left the house, I didn't know what to think. How am I supposed to keep this place running? An old man like me. Polly, the kids are home. Hello, hello, squawk. Does the pasta shop include that TV in the corner? If so, then Maya should accept it. What else is in this room? Is that what's on top? Is that like a is it a VCR? DVR? Oh, it's probably a radio, actually. What was that? A parrot. The one on the perch. Keith. Yes? I'll leave the wet noodle in your capable hands, Sonny. That's a great name for a noodle shop. What's the wet noodle? Based on the available evidence, I'd say it's the name of the pasta shop. Very deducive evidence there. That's a relief, isn't it, Polly? Hello, hello. Squawk. Yep. He fell asleep? I guess he's relieved. Is he gonna talk? A pasta shop? Yep. To think the wet noodle will live on when I'm gone. Our father started it, you know? So that makes you two the third generation. Meg? Yes? Tomorrow we'll start with the secrets of dough tossing. Dough tossing? You too, Keith. Yes. You'll be the best pasta wrangler the West has ever seen. Pasta wrangler? The West? Isn't pasta from Italy? Meg. You know the best pasta's always been made the west of the Rockies, don't you? Right, of course. Everybody knows that. Nick? Huh? How long do we have to keep this up all in the family charade? This old man must know something about the murder. We're not leaving until we find out what it is. I'm confused about the pasta shop because he works at a boat rental shop. I guess he has two forms of employment. This is a boat rental shop, right? What are you talking about? This here's the Palace of the Pasta, the wet noodle. Okay, I'll stand corrected. Though now that you mention it, we haven't gotten any orders for spaghetti lately. All the kids come up and say, yo dude, you want to ride in one of your boats? That's why I keep them boats out there. Youngsters these days, darned if I understand them. I'm pretty confused myself. It's all in the same genre. This isn't going anywhere, but this old man is the witness tomorrow, right? We've got to find some way of getting information out of him. We do still have one more item that Detective Gumshoe can give us. We had a dog, the metal detector, which we already used. There was, a fishing pole. I kind of want to check that out since we already figured out the... We'll come back here. But I want to check out the fishing rod for some reason. It might do something. Detective Gumshoe isn't here. Now that you mention it, didn't he say he had a meeting to go to? Ah, that's right. Let's go back later. Oh, never mind. I guess I can't do that anymore. I think since we already used the metal detector, I think we don't have to go back to it, maybe? Yeah, I guess we'll just go back to the boat rental place. See what he has to say. We already talked to him, but we could probably present something to him. Maybe Gordy. Now listen here, Keith. Remember that tricolor pasta we were talking about? Our rainbow lioli? I figured out the last color we should use. Indigo? Blue. Indigo? Blue? That didn't seem to work the way I thought it might. Okay, well that's not the right way of doing it. I don't know if I have anything to present to him. Why is this in my evidence again? Because this is about a case that happened a long time ago. Maybe show the badge? That a lawyer's badge? Yes, it is. I don't believe it. This old guy is the first person to recognize my badge. I get it. Huh? Yep. I got you figured out now. You're not Keith. Damn, blew my cover. Now's a chance to clear things up. Sir? No, I'm not Keith. And I'm not Meg either. We're here investigating a murder that took place on this lake the other night. Please help us. A lawyer, huh? Please, mister. Alright, I'll help. But on one condition. What's that? When this case is over and done, you'll run the wet noodle. Oh, hell yeah. Dude, I'm gonna run the hell out of the wet noodle. Okay, we promise. Nick, are you sure about this? Hey, I need to get this case solved. Dude, he's a hard worker. The badge is the best. I love using it in most... Like, it never works. Typically, it never works. But there's some cases where the badge does come in handy. Also, who wouldn't want to eat Phoenix noodles? I guess so. I mean, you don't have to agree with that. That's my boy. Good for you, Keith. Wait, didn't I just say? You too, Meg? Yes. You bring a tear to your old man's eye, you know? Now, what was that you wanted to know? Speak up, Polly. Hello, hello. Squawk? Now he's talking to the bird again. How do we get him to talk to us? Okay, I guess that wasn't the solution? Wait, maybe I could just be like... Oh wait, what did he say? You won't be needing that badge to run a pasta shop. Toss it. Do you know anything about this? He fell asleep. Okay, apparently nothing. He's a pasta maker. Dude, I would buy the hell out of that spin-off game. Just making pasta. Do I show him the gun? Okay, we need something. We need something. What do we have? I feel like Gordy would have been good, but... I guess, did you hear the gunshots? No? Okay, okay. This noodle is not cooked. On the contrary, it's al dente, how it should be. In riding boats. I'm just gonna show everything, and maybe it'll help. I don't know what else I could have that... That didn't work, that didn't work. Did I already show this one? Yep, I seen this. You know something about this, sir? Keith. Yes? It's okay. You can call me Dad. Dad? You know something about this? Yep, the other night out on the lake. I love this old man. I know all about that. I seen it. What? Tell us. Tell us what you saw. Well, I suppose, since you're taking over the shop and all... Do I just present it again? Oh, yeah, I just have to talk to him. Nope, back. I forget the time, but it was pretty dark outside. Probably night. Yep. It was after midnight, but okay. Then I heard this bang, so I looked outside. Then I heard another one. Bang. A little while later, this boat comes back. Then a young man walked by my window here. He was muttering something to himself. Yep. What did he say? Yep. I forgot. I'll remember tomorrow by court time, I promise. We need to know earlier than that. Shoot. Can we talk to the parrot? Wow, what an amazing parrot that is. Good morning. Hello? It ignored me. What? You forgot, Meg? You gotta call her first name. Or her name first. Her name. Polly, how you been? Hello, hello, Squawk? See? Neat. So the parrot's name is Polly. Too bad all she can say is hello. Well, Polly can say lots of things. You just need to know the secret words. Secret words. Looks like a kitchen unit. It's pretty clean. Funny he doesn't look like the type who would keep things tidy like that. You're forgetting, Nick. He's running a pasta shop here. That's right, Keith. I'm confused. Me too, buddy. Ugh, that's disgusting. What is that? Are those cookies? He has an electric blanket on his table. Looks warm. That's a great idea. We should get that for the office. We can sit down with our clients, snug and warm, and drink hot cocoa. And what? Talk about murders? You're such a party pooper, Nick. Famously. There are lots of various fish on Gourd Lake, aren't there? Something's funny, Nick. All these fish are saltwater fish. Of course. What's the point of going fishing in your own backyard? Deep sea fishing's the best. Mighty tasty, too. Right. Alright. Look a little... Oh, it's a safe. That's what that is. Now, don't you go opening people's safes without their permission, Meg. Maybe later. Later? Wow, he has a television in here, too. Yep. Don't work, though. Oh, now I don't want to run this shop. I picked it up from the dump, after all. It figures that it doesn't work. Then, why do you keep it? I don't know. It just looks right there. Fair enough. It really brightens up the room. Boo. In the summer, I replace it with a mini fridge. Why would you replace it and then replace the mini fridge? A broken mini fridge? Of course. I got that from the dump, too. Of course you did, buddy. Nobody in their right mind would throw away a good cooler. This man's a genius. This fishing pole looks expensive. Fishing's all about having the right equipment. How are you supposed to go catch anything with a 2-cent rod? That's what I'd like to ask Detective Gumshoe. Probably because he tried to give us a really cheap fishing rod earlier. Polly, squawk! Cute. Maya's found a new friend. Dude, Polly is nice. Get this old man out of the shop with his broken TV. No, he's living life. Could make some money. The old man could come back in the shop. I don't know if he's good at fishing, though. I feel like I need to talk to you about something. Oh, Polly. Back. My memory's gone worse of late. That's why I just tell everything important to old Polly here. Everything. Important? I wonder. Oh god, I have a feeling that we're gonna put Polly on the stand tomorrow. Holy shit. I just thought about that. Knowing this game, it could happen. Oh, he could sell that rod. It isn't cheap rod, so he could make some money off of it, for sure. I think it... I don't know if Phoenix is the fishing type, though. Oh, dude, we got the number. 1228. Hey, Polly, watch it, will ya? See, Nick? All it takes is a little clever thinking. And a criminal mind. Quick, Nick, write that number down. Hey, don't get me involved with your little heist schemes. You know what? Eh? Little Terry was just here. Terry? Yep, the kid next door. You always used to make him cry, remember? He was wearing this tattered old coat, got himself some whiskers growing on his face. He must be talking about Detective Gumshoe. He comes up and tells me to come down to the court tomorrow. Really? Somehow I don't think we're going to get much useful information from this guy. Maybe we should be leaving. I think you're right. Oh wait, I had one more question. Polly, have we forgotten something? Squawk? Don't forget DLC... How does this bird know? I guess he knows? What did she just say, Nick? One more time, Polly. Don't forget DL6. What? The DL6 incident? Hey, mister. I mean, Dad? This is getting weird. Who is this old guy? We could have asked about the DL6 case. I don't know why we left. Who's the murderer? That we should have asked that. That should have been our first question, actually. That'd be GG easy, honestly. We have to figure out who the old man is. Huh? What? He locked the door. From the other side? Who could that old man be? I think I need to do a little more research on this DL6 incident. Maybe I should ask Detective Gumshoe. Aye aye. Criminal Affairs Department. Hey pal, long time no see. Well, I also forgot to say when I started stream, but Thank you, unlimited stick, for the follow. You followed 3 days ago. I I don't recognize your name, but I appreciate the follow. You don't look so happy. What's wrong this time? The old man is the best, giving Phoenix the noodle shop. Dude, he's so kind. He's so thoughtful to give Phoenix his his noodle shop. What's wrong with this time? Actually, wanted to ask you something. Yeah? The boat caretaker. You know the boat rental shop down at Gourd Lake? Oh yeah. The old man who runs it is appearing as a witness in court tomorrow, right? Huh? How'd you... That was supposed to be top secret. Do you know who that old man is, detective? Actually, I don't. He's a bit of an odd bird. I haven't been able to get a straight answer out of him. I decided first that he wasn't persuasive enough to stand and testify as a witness. That's why we called Miss Lotta Hart yesterday. As for who he is, we have absolutely no idea. Sounds suspicious. Detective Gumshoe, please help us. We need to know about the DL6 incident. That was when Edgeworth's father died. I can't help but think that it has something to do with this current case. To tell you the truth, I don't know much about DL6 either. Mr. Edgeworth forbade us from reading the file. So, I'm afraid I can't show them to you either. What? However, if you can convince me somehow that the DL6 incident is related to this case, well, I guess I'd consider opening the file up. Oh, this? Rosette? What's that? A parrot? The old man at the boat rental shop's parrot. The parrot knew about the incident. That incident? DL6? What? I think the parrot's the murderer, actually. I think we solved the case. Keith Wright, ace noodle maker with Meg Faye. See, I would eat there, for sure. I'm pretty sure that old man must have taught her that word. Yeah, but how would that old man know about the DL6 incident? Wait, what if that old man was connected to the DL6? You think he might be... I get you. Sounds like you need information on the DL6 incident. Through there is the station's records room. I'll give you special permission to go in and find what you need. Sorry, I drank that coffee way too fast. Now I have hiccups. The parrot picked up the gun and shot Robert Hammond. Yeah, from the boat rental shop. All right, way to go, Detective Gumshoe. Okay, Nick, to the records room. I guess it's time we faced Edgeworth's past. Wow, it's amazingly dusty. 10 years of files and 10 years of dust, I guess. Let's find that DL6 stuff quick. Both me and Edgeworth were 9 years old. We were almost through with 4th grade when he suddenly transferred. Because of DL6? Nick, I found out where the file is. Oh, thanks. Just let me know what you want to know about the DL6 incident. I'll go get the right file. Case summary. Well, first I have to get a handle on the main facts, like a summary. Summary, found it. Here you go. December 28th, 2001. That's exactly 15 years ago from the day after tomorrow. So in 2 days, the case is closed. The incident took place in the elevator of the district courthouse. I thought things closed after like 3 days in this world for some reason. Just flew all the way to the boat where they were standing on. Oh yeah. And then just dropped the gun in Edgeworth's hands and just flew away. Is that the same district courthouse where we're holding the trial now? Looks like it. There was a large earthquake at 2 p.m. on that day. Part of the court building collapsed and all of the lights went out. some earthquake. At the time, 3 people were trapped in the elevator. It took 5 hours for them to be rescued. 5 hours. That would be scary like that. In the dark? There was a lack of oxygen in the elevator and the survivors were unconscious. The survivors? One of the 3 in the elevator had been shot in the heart. That was Mr. Edgeworth's father, wasn't it? He said that his father was shot before his very eyes, so Miles Edgeworth was one of the other passengers in the elevator. Yeah, hold on. Gregory Edgeworth, 35, defense attorney. If he were still alive, he'd be 50. He had lost that day's case in court and got in the elevator with his son, Miles. Miles Edgeworth, of course. So he was in the elevator with his father. I thought we addressed this, but yeah. From the angle of the bullet, the other evidence, it could not have been a suicide. The murder weapon, a pistol, was found in the elevator. The pistol had been fired 2 times. Where have I heard that before? It sounds just like the current case. What's going on here? Got any data on the suspect in there? That would be the guy that my mom got, that would be the guy that my mom got arrested. Hold on, this is it. The man arrested was a suspect in DL6, was Yanni Yogi. He was a clerk in the court, apparently. So he must have been the 3rd person in the elevator. Well then, he had to have done it. But he was found innocent, thanks to his defense lawyer, Robert Hammond. The victim in our case. Right. The suspect, Mr. Yogi, was oxygen deprived, so much so that he had brain damage. He lost all memory of being in the elevator. After he was declared innocent, he disappeared. Where could Yogi have gone to, I wonder? Dude, is that Yogi? Is he the boat guy? He might be closer than we think. I guess I know generally what happened in DL6 now. I still don't know what sort of impact the whole thing had on Edgeworth. Nick, are we going to take the whole file? There's too much. We'll never get it out. You're right. How about we just take what we think we made? A DL6 case file added to the court record. That's probably all we'll be able to find here. Now, all that's left is the trial tomorrow. I wonder how Dad will do testifying in the court. Oh, we're still calling him Dad. I'm glad his name stuck. I gotta watch the time, because I don't want to be streaming too late today. We'll have a longer stream probably on Tuesday, I want to say. Maybe Monday. If Mary has D&D, I'll be able to stream more tomorrow. We'll probably do Chrono Trigger tomorrow if I am available. We're getting close to the end of Chrono Trigger. Oh, this is the final day in court? We'll probably get through it. I feel like it will be the final trial. Court is now in session. Defense is ready. Oh, wait. Very well. Apparently prosecution is also ready. Who's the judge here anyway? Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. I both love and hate Karma. I love his character. Not so fast, Judge. I was thinking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course. A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. What an asshole. Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now? Bah, must you question everything? It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now. Right. I call my witness, my decisive witness, to the stand. It's that mysterious boat shop owner. Objection. Dude, I would love to have like an objection emote. I think that'd be really cool. Or a sound command where objection pops up on screen. I think that'd be cool too. I don't know when people would use it. Probably when I say something stupid. Which is all the time, so... I think that'd be fun. I am the proprietor of the restaurant The Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. And I also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep. Yep, I was. Please testify. Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah. I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Yeah, right. The witness will state his name. Well, I'm not really sure. Yep. What do you mean? My, memory. Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. He can't recall, you say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we? It was the night of 24th, just after midnight. Yep. I was in the restaurant, I rent boats, as usual. Then I heard a bang. Yep. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. This is the brain damage dude, I'm assuming, from the DL6 case. I'm assuming it's Yogi. But I can't confirm it. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. Oh, come on. I have to cross-examine. There's nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict now. Yeah, no, you don't have to say yes, Mr. Wright. No, I have to cross-examine. It's my right. My bad, this isn't the final day of court. Okay, no worries. I think they usually come in 3s now. What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well, you may begin. Rawr. Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma? 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well then, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. It was the night of 24th after midnight. Sure, that's right. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats as usual. I'll press there. Is there anyone who can verify that? Well, I guess Polly could. That's not good enough for a court of law. Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough? Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot. A parrot? Don't be so hard on the girl, Keithy boy. Keith? Poor judge. The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. Heard a bang. Where did the bang seem to come from? From the lake, I figure. Are you certain? Yep. Good. Continue. The window, I just saw a boat floating on the lake. Was there someone in the boat? It was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly. But I figured there was 2 men out there, yep. But you couldn't see them clearly. Yep, at the time, that is. At the time? Then I heard another bang. So you heard 2 gunshots total. Yep. That's what Lotta said in her testimony yesterday. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by the window. By your window? Yep, by my window, right outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. This is a rather important detail. Please add it to their testimony. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I have a bad feeling about this. That man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad. Oh no, Phoenix. Dead certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead, as he was walking by too. Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him, that Edgeworth boy. Oh no. This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. Von Karma, he lured me into a cross-examining so he could set me up for a fail. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. I better act quick, or this trial is going to be over. I mean, you always have to raise an objection. We proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun? And the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand? Exactly. That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness's testimony is true. The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Objection! Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead. But his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie... Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof. Nick, do we have evidence? It's no good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Can you hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. Nick needs you. 3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Enough. The witness may leave the stand. It seems like he's already left the stand, Your Honor. This court seems no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. What? No. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, guilty. Uh-oh. Wasn't supposed to go that way. The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned. We failed. Rip. Wait. Who was that just now? Oh god, is it Larry? Please be Larry. What? Yes, it is Larry. Dude, I love him. What are you doing here? Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. Hell yeah, Larry coming in clutch. But today, I remembered it. Remembered what? The gunshot. I heard it too. Okay, thank God. What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot? Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. Dude, let Larry Butts testify. Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over. This is it. Larry's given us one final chance at this. She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. But don't give him a hard time, Phoenix. He can make things even worse. Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse. You're right. Okay. Your Honor, if there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistakes have been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now. What? The court will adjourn for 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear the new witness. Court is adjourned. Again. Dude, I got so excited when I saw Larry. That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake that night. Yes. He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake. Oh, right. And he found the balloon and the air tank that night. Hey, Edgeworth. Huh. You say something right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing. Hmm? Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What is it? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Oh. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. I see. Right. Yeah? This might be our chance. Our chance? But karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll make this one for all it's worth. It was 15 minutes. 15. Everything's on Larry now. Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw on the night of December 24th. Right, leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Well, Comet didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. The night I was out on a boat I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Then just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single shot, I went home. Yeah, there's a lot of holes in there, actually. That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick. Oh boy. Out on the boat on the lake. I was looking for something. Press it. Looking for something? Yeah. Mr. Butts, what was it you were looking for? What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this Gordy. That's surprisingly close to the truth in this, in a sense. This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with. So I quietly slipped the boat back in the rental shop dock. Around what time was that? Well, let's see. I figure I was out searching for about an hour. I guess it was around midnight. Yeah. You're not sure? Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay? People use watches these days, Larry. Then just as I was thinking about going home, I heard it bang. Where did the sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know. Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked. I didn't see a boat. Wasn't there a boat on the lake? Well, Mr. Butts? Whoa, whoa. Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat or not. Okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of this case. Single gunshot. So you only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Huh. Well, Nick? It was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should start working on the contradictions. I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister. No worries. I'm guessing it's the single gunshot. Oh, I didn't mean to press there. Okay. I want to check one thing first. I want to see the... Can I look at this? Shows an empty lake taken automatically at 12:24 at 11:50 p.m. Overhead map. Can I check this? Okay. Don't think what I need is there. Heard two sounds. I think this is where I have to press that at. Because they heard one single gunshot while Loda's, what she said is she heard two. I'm hoping this is right. Wait a sec, Larry. What? You only heard one bang. You're sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard two bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard two gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please. Huh? You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? Mr. Butts. What? You only heard one gunshot. Are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Not sure? But how could you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was, listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude, with my headphones. What? Oh god, Larry. Stop that booing. Mr. Butts, you were listening to the radio with your headphones? Yeah, so what? What a crime? Oh, that a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Mr. Von Karma, your opinion. Waste of time. I do not accept this witness, nor his shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony? Yeah, why not? Please allow the witness to continue his testimony. Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me. Oh, I'm out of water. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud alike. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. Oh god, this is worse. You're listening to your radio at high volume? Yeah? What's the big problem? Can a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough. It is difficult to believe his testimony. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me? DJ? An announcer, the guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. That's not entirely true. A lot of DJs on the radio have like sound effects that are constantly being played. I don't know. I think that's a little faulty on Phoenix's case, but I mean, he's helping. He's trying his best out here. I'd like to cross-examine the witness. Very well, Mr. Wright. I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. Only being alone. That's why I was listening to All Request Show. I don't know if that's important. I was listening to it real booming loud. But it's split? Okay. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. Yeah, you know? And you had headphones on? Yep. We'll be playing through the first 3 games, so after we beat this game, we'll move on to the second one, which is... Is it Trials and Tribulations, or... I can't remember the names of the first 3 games. I know it's Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, the first game. Justice for All is the next one, then it's Trials and Tribulations. Okay. I hope that's right. I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all. Heard that gunshot. Can you prove that? No, of course you can't. No, I can't prove it, but I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? What did she say? There is Rise from the Ashes, which is the next case of the first game. Okay. Which is the next chapter, you mean? I'm guessing? Okay. Please cease these pointless questions. What possible good can knowing what a radio DJ said to do? Why was that so hard to say? Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care. We should care. Because this could win me the case. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask, huh? Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? Just when she said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," I heard the gunshot. This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard, but there is one gleaming ray of hope in there. I've got to press it until we get to the bottom of what happened. Let me just... Sometime the 24th, 25th, shot from approximately 1 meter away. It doesn't say the time of death here. Taken automatically at 12:15 a.m. So it would have been 15 minutes before where you heard the gunshot. At 12:15, okay. 1 second, I'll read your chat in a second. Let me just figure out what I'm going to do. Heard 2 sounds like gunshots just after midnight. Crap. Yeah, I think we have to present the picture. 12:15. not press. Originally, this was the final case in the GBA in Japan, but then they, when they made the first game on the DS, they added a new case for the first game. The WiiWare of the first game had the new case, but it wasn't released until after the Trial and Tribulations was released on the Wii, and I think the new case was DLC. Interesting. I always assumed it always had 5 cases in it. But I guess not. She had this real sexy voice. Okay. Okay, now we present the photo taken at 12:15 with the first shot. Never really owned a Wii. I kind of wish I did. There was a small period of time where my cousin was living with my family and she had a Wii that I played a lot of, but she only owned like Mario Galaxy 1 and Super Paper Mario. So those are like the only 2 Wii games I really experienced. But they were both amazing games, so I don't mind. They were very fun. What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor? Did you hear what the witness just said? God, I love his face. The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas. When we heard that gunshot. Indeed, and? Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes, but he should have heard the gunshot after midnight. This photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact. Let's see what the time was on the photo taken when the gun triggered Miss Hart's camera. 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Order, order. What does this mean? The 2 prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him, suspicious. What? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butt's claim to have heard the gunshot before midnight? Larry's wrong or Larry's right? This could be like reverse psychology here. I think Nintendo stopping the 3DS shop and Wii U eShop is a bit silly. Sony can keep the PS3 store, Microsoft can keep the Xbox 360 store. Yeah, I don't know why they shut it down. It can't, I don't know, it can't cost that much to keep it up. And they're still making money from it. Maybe not as much as they used to, but I think it's always nice when game companies or like game platform companies can give access to older games that you can't really get anymore or find anymore that easily. I don't know the reason for doing it. I think they just want people to move on. I don't know what Nintendo does. Half the things Nintendo does is very mind-boggling. It doesn't make much sense to me. That's why people emulate half the time. Exactly. I think most people emulate Nintendo games. Because you can't buy them on like Steam or the Epic Store or what's the other ones? Ubisoft has one. Steam's the big one. You can't buy Nintendo games on PC. So that's why they're mostly emulated. And that's why Nintendo has such a big issue with emulation. What do you think about him? I want to say he's wrong, because he probably is wrong. And I probably have proof to say that what he actually heard was not a gunshot, but this. I mean, we have full health. It doesn't really matter what we pick here. Nintendo has to business sense, I think. They're running on intellectual properties and nostalgia. Yes, exactly. But I don't know. They do a lot of unnecessary things. Oh, yeah, they have no business sense. Exactly. Okay. We're on the same page then. They should release some of the games that you can't play on the Switch eShop. I would love that. I mean, they do that with some 64 games. Not many. And SNES games, but not the good ones. There's a few good SNES games on there, but I don't know. I don't think it's worth the price that they're asking. I'm just gonna say he's... 1 second. Sorry about that. Switch Online expansion is not good. They think they should get the N64 games and release them individually in the eShop. That would be really nice. I would love to play some, like... See, I emulate Ocarina of Time, but I would buy Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask on Switch instantly if I was given the option. Especially, I really want to play Wind Waker. I love that game, but I don't have a way of doing it other than emulation. I could buy a... I don't know, I don't want to buy a GameCube though. Full screen as well, better graphics sometimes too. I'm just gonna say Larry's wrong. Well, I guess it had to have been Larry's mistake. Ha, very well. Wait, I come up here and I give you a riveting testimony, and you laugh it off as some kind of mistake? What about me? How can you call yourself a friend, Nick? How? Get used to disappointment. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about... Okay, he's right. Dude, Wind Waker's so good. It's on my list to play. So hopefully someone redeems that for me to play. Oh, also, since Lycor, you're new, I have a list of games that you could check out, and you could redeem points for me to play any of the games on the list. So that's there if you want me to play a game, or if you want to add a game to the list, you may, which also costs points. But our queue is a little low right now. We could get more games on it. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. You heard that gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. I do. Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. Shows an empty lake taken automatically at 12:24 at 11:50. Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday by Miss Loda Hart with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh, But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Oh yeah, I'm excited to play. I'm trying to remember what's on it. I know the Nonary games are on there, which is kind of similar to this series, I think. I think it was on 3DS, maybe it was on DS. Civilization's on there. Ozzy wants me to play through that. I don't know how I'm going to do that. It's going to be a long series. Psychonauts is on there. I never actually beat Psychonauts, but I played a good amount of it. But I do want to go back and finish it. Saving points to add Darkest Dungeon on it. Ooh, I love Darkest Dungeon. I didn't get very far in it though. In fact, I used to, when I was in college, I used to stream Darkest Dungeon with my girlfriend. Because she is way better at the game than I am. That was on this channel. This is before I was even affiliate. I only had like, I think 10 followers at the time. If Nintendo did release some of the games from the Wii U and the 3DS shop, then they should also release the DLC as well, because any DLC will become unavailable. That's also a very good point that you bring up. I think they should just include the DLC and everything. I don't know. I get expansions and stuff, but or like cosmetic DLC not being included, but I don't know. Expansion stuff should always be included if they're bringing it back. I don't want to buy 2 things twice. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve. Indeed, it would seem that is the case. Then where does this leave us? Oh, yeah, that as well. The Smash Bros. DLC will be unavailable. I would really love it if Nintendo added Game Boy games to the Switch as like an emulation. I know they're not, I mean, there's not that many good ones, but there's some really solid GBA games out there. And I feel like that'd be super easy to emulate. They have no excuse not to be able to do that. Apart from there being way too many GBA games, but they don't have to add all of them. They don't have to add the third-party games, just like the Nintendo-made ones. Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Ooh, what would be really fun is if they made a re-release of WarioWare Twisted, which was on GBA, and you could use the Joy nunchucks as, not the nunchucks, the Joy cons as like the twist effect of it. That'd be fun. I don't really like the new WarioWare game, the one where it's like co-op. I don't know, I just didn't feel it as much as the previous one. Smooth Moves is pretty good. Advance Wars I've always wanted to try. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. It was in a fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were 2 sets of gunshots, with a 25-minute pause between them. Why would this be? Don't be fooled, Judge. The camera was set to respond to loud noises. Yes? There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why, the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera. Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Clear. Yeah. Well, Mr. Wright, there is no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 p.m. was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court evidence if you have any. Would it be... Oh, show the court that it was a gunshot? Shit, I don't... What would that be? Isn't there a new Advanced War Games coming out? Or maybe it's like a remake? I might get that. I love the new style of it. Yeah, there is. Definitely want it. Is there? I think so. I remember seeing it at a direct. It was a while back, though. Okay, this one's tough. This one's tough. I'm not sure about this one. And 2, isn't it? I'm not sure the specifics, but I know there's a new, or a remake coming out. There's supposed to be one, but they put it on hold indefinitely because of the stuff in Ukraine. Oh, okay. Weird, weird reason not to do it, but okay. I might sneeze here, I'm sorry. It's passing. We cleared it. We're safe. See, I want to say it's Gordy because of the explosion it makes when it surfaces. But I feel like that's wrong. Oh, fired 3 times. We'll try this. This is my evidence. The murder weapon. Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When, then, was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That the 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Nintendo should have a lot of things. We can end it there. Put a period after that. And they should do a bundle where you can buy one and get the other one like 15 or 20% off. Yeah, but they're not going to just give you all the games for one price. They're going to make you pay a fee to play them in a subscription fee monthly. Because that's what they do. That's how they got to collect that cash. One payment is not enough for them. That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen the night on the lake. And I'm not saying that's what they should do. That's what they're going to do, is what I'm saying, if it did happen. Nintendo, given discounts, they'd probably charge the full... Yeah, they would. God, their games never go on sale. And it's because it's the only way to play them is through that, so they have the market for it. Because you can't get that game on PlayStation, Xbox, PC. So the only place you can go to is Nintendo. And they know this. So it's never going to go on sale. Unless it's like a third-party game. Then they don't care. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you? Why? Uh-oh, I'd better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes? What's wrong, Nick? I have it. I have it. Remember the case with the Steel Samurai? Huh? Yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Maya. Yes? If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch, and I'm going to run with it. Right. I mean, is this safe? Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing else to lose. You just watch and let me know if anything... Say anything that sounds fishy. Who ended up being the killer? Let's see. Who ended up being the killer? It was a very weird case. Because there was a lot of mistaken identity in it. But it was essentially the... Was it the not the producer. It was the lady with the cigarette smoker. Devask, that's it. And all my videos are saved and backlogged on my Twitch channel. So if you do want to see the Steel Samurai case, you could go back and look at it. Of course, you don't have to if you don't want to, but it's there if you want to see what happened in the story. Yeah, Devask was the name. Wait, they have the online service for cheap, but if they sell something of the N64 games for a fair price, thinking $8.15 in terms of money, then they would get a profit. Let's sneak it back up on me. Trying not to sneeze. Oh, okay, we're good. We're good. The testimony just now was cleared up in this entire case. Yeah, Vasquez. I believed you the first time you said it. It's close enough. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? Tisk, tisk, tisk. So you finally realized the truth. There can be no other murderer than Miles Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was on the lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant Edgeworth and the victim Robert Hammond were on that boat. It was Polly. Oh no. There was a gunshot fired on that boat and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man in the boat. I admit it is hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 0:15, but Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent. I was very curious. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the two men on the boat are. Would be the murderer and Hammond, right? But no, because Miles had to have been on the boat. Because Edgeworth himself said he was on the boat with, well, he didn't say he was on the boat with Hammond, but he said he was on the boat. And that's how he picked up the weapon. Paulie can pick up the gun, just like the kid Cody from the Steel Samurai case can pick up the spear. Did he pick up the spear? Was shot before Christmas, wasn't he? Yes. Well, that's the working theory right now. But who would be on the boat? It can't Edgeworth and Hammond. It can't be that because that's what we already think. Edgeworth and the murderer. That's what I'm initially going towards because I think Edgeworth had to have been on the boat. I'm gonna go with that. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. It was Polly. Polly dressed himself up in a trench coat and a mask. What, are you serious? Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all of this. Ludicrous. Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. The murderer's name? Right. It's... Paulie's not on here. I don't think it's Lotta Hart. Why would it be Lotta? I'm just joking about Cody picking up the spear because if Polly can pick up the gun and shoot Robert Hammond, then Cody can pick up the spear. Yeah, we should have put Cody on trial. Oh wait, no, he was on the stand, I guess. Man, I don't know. I have full health, so I don't really mind losing it. It can't be Miles. Because that'd be terrible to do. I still don't think it's Lotta Hart, but I can't just say I don't know, right? I'll do I don't know. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know? Because I don't think it's Lotta. Again, you waste my time. I don't know because he never told us. Yeah, Yogi. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, the old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? What? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not on the boat? What? Well then, where did the murder take place? The boat shop? It probably was the murder in the DL6 incident. Case closed. Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way he could meet the victim without anyone seeing. Objection. Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night, he was out on the lake in a boat searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he started to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned a boat? The boat shop. He lives near the crime scene, Von Karma. What happened that night on Cord Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really, but I think if I start at the very beginning and take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. That's a terrifying face. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out in the middle of the lake. Then who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright? Would he have shot? I don't... See, this is the part that confuses me. Because I don't know what that photo would be if... Because it showed someone shooting a gun. But I don't think it's Edgeworth. So it leaves the shop caretaker, which I also don't believe, but maybe it does. Yeah, I really love the black and white artwork here. When it, like, shows off the case. Because he was dazed. Yeah, exactly. That was after. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice, both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Oh, because of the DL6 case. Yes? Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Ah, details, details. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. To create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit, and he fires again. Then... the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. And he would have been injured, yeah. Let's see. I see. Someone looking for the edge of the lake. It would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body, and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. The judge has severely changed his mind. These are the events that transpired the night on Gourd Lake. Bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker quickly. Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant Miles Edgeworth a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said. Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir. Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat rental shop either. What? What should I do? Find him quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find the witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned. Just a short investigation, then it's the final trial. Okay. We'll get through it quickly. I'm hoping to finish up this trial before ending stream today. I do have friends coming over at like 5:30, which is in about 2 hours, so that should be enough time. Well, at least we got it out from under that guilty verdict. And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax. Edgeworth does not know the meaning of relax. He rips a mask off its poly. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. But what do you mean? Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but I can't make up my mind. What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I have. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. Whoa. The real murder was Polly the whole time. That's what we're saying. It's gotta be. So, Lightcore, did you play all the games in the series then? Was it just the trilogy, or did you play any of the spin-off games as well? What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? Because I just bought the most recent Phoenix Wright game where it kind of takes place in England. It's kind of like a spin-off of Sherlock Holmes. I'm a huge Sherlock Holmes fan, so I kind of instantly bought it on a whim. But I haven't played it yet. You played the trilogy, okay. I played a little bit of the Apollo one as well. Yeah, Chronicles is what it's called. A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of murder. I've heard mixed things on it, which is kind of sad, but I think I'll still enjoy it. Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. is the game fans don't like. Okay. That's on the list to play as well. We played a little bit of it. We do a special stream on Thursdays where we play 3 random games, an hour each, and Apollo came up on that. And people decided to put it on the list, so it's there. Eventually I will play it, I think. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. But he never takes someone's life. Never. Nick. Yo, how's everyone doing? Dude, my best boy butts. What do you think of my performance today? I had him swooning in the aisles. Huh, Maya? Swooning? Me? Oh, yes, I do remember feeling faint. Right on. Tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Huh? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you could do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy? You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah, bow before your hero. Oh yeah, forget about Miles Edgeworth's investigations. But it's not officially in English, but there's a fan translation that was made for the game. Ooh, I'll have to check that out. I'm surprised they didn't make it in the West. Because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it would do well here. Sorry, I need to stretch. Larry, you really helped out on the trial today. You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker guy is really pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't out the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know? From where I'm sitting, Edgy seems pretty edgy. I mean, you can really know he's telling the truth about that night. Oh, can you really know he's telling the truth? Oh, the first game is in English. Oh, interesting. Why would they not? Whatever. It seems weird to me. I don't know, but what I do know is I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two? Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me, right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. Not me. But why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah, why me, Nick? Oof, enough with all the silent treatment. Ooh, another one is a spin-off, which is Phoenix Wright and Professor Layton. I really want to try. I love the Professor Layton series. I've only played one of them and a little bit of the Time one. But I do want to play through that whole series on this channel eventually. I mean, he's changed recently, true? But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Wait, is that when you two were classmates? Yes, in grade school. They saved me, Miles. And Larry? They saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know? What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about? Dude, we're getting Phoenix Wright lore. We want them to make a bundle which includes Apollo Justice, but I would like Shu Takumi to do it the way he wanted and without Phoenix in it. And the entire game remade and better. A Miles Edgeworth Investigations remaster, and for Miles Edgeworth Investigation 2 remaster. But they have to make it in English. Yeah, I would assume they would make it in English. Most games now have so many like translations of it. Because the only way that you can make a game become very successful is to make it very localized wherever it's put out. So they usually have like Spanish, French, German, English, Japan or Japanese, Korean. It's hard to find a game with only one set language, unless it's an indie game where they don't have the resources for it. Yeah, actually, I think, can I look at that? I think it's on the main screen. I think you changed the language there. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm gonna hear this story today, and that's final. Okay, okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was at the very end of 3rd grade. I was on a trial. A class trial. A class trial? You remember, Larry, spring, end of 3rd grade? A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school is really small. I would love a spin-off series where it's like Phoenix Wright in like grade school, just during like because in my high school we had like mock trials that kids did for fun. I don't remember what the club was called, but it was very fun from what I've seen. Yelling objections at a kid. Oh, at kids? Yeah. I think that would be so fun. And it would be like someone stole and broke another kid's toy, or someone got someone else suspended from school for doing something stupid, or doing a prank on like a senior. I think that would be really fun in this setting. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared with $38 still inside. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget it though. I guess murder is more enticing as a game, not so much kids losing lunch money. You were out of school that day. I guess there could still be murder, but I feel like they're walking a fine line while doing it. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I guess that's what Danganronpa is, actually. Now that I think about it. I was coming down with a cold, so I'd skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class. So, they thought you did it? Yeah. The kids in class said I should be put on trial. So the next day, we held a classroom trial with me as the defendant. Dude, I love the butter lighting. The teacher would be murdered and one of the kids is suspected for murder. Yeah, I'd love that. Why not? I didn't do it. Guilty, he did it. Give me the money. You're such a meanie. Just admit it, you did it. You can't hide the truth. We're not going to play with you anymore. You shouldn't be allowed to the relay race. Give me back the 50 cents. Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad. I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went, what is this shirt? What the fuck is this shirt? Oh, is that like a Pokemon? It looks like Mew's on it. There's some cat on it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. Killing children in games is almost never a thing. I was surprised it happened in the new Digimon game. It happened in the new Digimon game? What the fuck? I mean, Danganronpa is a thing where there's kids being killed. But it's kids killing kids. It's never usually the like adults killing kids, because I feel like that game would do so bad. This is actually a real life thing that happened to Shu Takumi, in the creator of the game. It was something to do with him finding money in a can at school. Interesting. It's kind of cool that he kind of put that in this game, I guess. He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs. But Miles. Dude, he's looking fresh even in grade school. It wasn't you who stole it. Who stole the money, was it? No, then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. He's the one. You don't need proof. Make him say sorry. Why don't you all just shut up? Dude, it's Larry. This is always how it is. Everybody ganging up on picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. The new Digimon game is a visual novel, and the choices you make kill some of the main characters. It's really good. Is that the, oh god, what was it called? What's the name of the game? That sounds very familiar, and I feel like I bought it recently. He did have Gregory Edgeworth, an attorney, as a father. Maybe I bought that game? I'm not sure. I thought there was one with trials in the name. I'll replace the money myself. This class trial is over. Oh, is it I'm thinking Cyber Sleuth. Maybe that's a different game. After that, the three of us were the best of friends. Wow, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned that it meant to be, what it meant to be alone. Totally alone without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took it kind of personally, see? When something smells, it's usually the butts. Hell yeah. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after the class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a defense attorney just like my father. Famous defense attorney. Then a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident. Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad. It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline has something like, "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney." Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him, I don't know how many times. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him to learn why he had become who he became. That's when I decided. Wait, you don't mean that's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not, in court. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believe in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick? So is that why you helped me out for free? Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Ah, Nick. We have to save Mr. Edgeworth, if it's the last thing we do, okay? Right. It very well may be. First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. I'd settle for who. No, what he is a parrot. That's for sure. I guess I could clean out some of this evidence. I no longer need it. Okay. Where do we go? Let's talk to Gumshoe. Looks like Detective Gumshoe hasn't gotten back yet. Gumshoe? He won't be coming in today. Oh, really? He said there was some guy he had to arrest by tomorrow. The boat shop caretaker? He shouted something about catching him if it's the last thing I do, pal. Good luck, Gumshoe. Alright. He wouldn't return to the scene of the crime, would he? Hey, pal. Long time no see. It's been yesterday. Oh, Detective Gumshoe. Close one today, eh? I got so worked up I snapped my tie in half. Sorry about that? No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Now I'm off to catch me a criminal. Do you get him, Gumshoe? Oh, one other thing. No one can go into the woods today. The woods? Where Lotta was camping? The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one can go in for a while. I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. That's fine. Let's check out the beach. Huh? The steel eyesore is missing. Eyesore? Looks like that hot dog stand is closed too. Guess Larry's too busy worrying about it, Mr. Edgeworth, to show up for work. Is there anything in the trash can? Nothing new here. He was pretty happy about saving Mr. Edgeworth. True, we owe him big. This lake sure likes to cause problems, doesn't it? Huh? I mean, everything that happened here turned out to be a lie. Gordy was a lie, the charges against Mr. Edgeworth were all lies. I guess you're right. I mean, I'm glad the charges were all lies, but still. Okay. He's not going to be here, but we could talk to Polly, hopefully. That old caretaker got away. Yep. I never imagined he might be the real murderer. I know that clearing of the throat anywhere. Dude, why the hell are you here? Hello. You might be what might you be doing here? Out for a walk? The days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon. You see? Mr. Grossberg, this is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow. Is a lie, Polly is a lie, Phoenix is a lie, Grossberg is a lie. Madfred von Karma is a lie. Edgeworth is a lie. Everyone's a lie. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? Well, I'm not sure about that. Oh, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm not sure. If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance. What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway? Who knows? Oh, dude, Polly is still here. December 27th, Caretaker Shack. Nobody's home. Hello, hello, Squaw? Hey, it's Polly. I wonder where your owner's gone. Hello, hello, Squawk? I can't believe he'd run off and leave this poor parrot to fend for herself. Hello, hello, Squawk. He doesn't seem too concerned, or she doesn't seem concerned. Even the shop is a lie? Yeah, it's not even a real pasta shop. Okay, we gotta open up the safe first. That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right? Yeah, that's right. Polly, what's the number for the safe? 1228, Squaw? Let's open it, Nick. Come on. I'm sure there isn't any money in there. Aw. But hey, he keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there. I'm not so sure. Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there. I guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter. A letter? Ugh, boring. There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth? Nick, why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on it? How should I know? I'm going to read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here in perfect detail. What do you think it means, Nick? I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions. But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. Yeah, Polly definitely knows what it means. Who's the murderer? What's going on? You probably shouldn't. Just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something. Okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you. Great, now the bird's going to hate me. Is there anything else in here? What's wrong? Oh, never mind. Tell me. Just when I saw the TV, I remembered. They're showing a Pink Princess special this week. Oh. See, that's why I didn't want to tell you. Okay. Not exactly what I was looking for. Everything's cold. Looks like he didn't turn his heater on. Guess he hasn't been back here since the trial. Okay. Let's go to Grossberg's office. Wait, can we not do that? Or maybe we have to go here first and then Grossberg's office? Yeah, there we go. Oh boy. Let's see what he has to say. He's out again? When does he work anyway? Now, don't be harsh. Guess we'll have to come back later? Okay, interesting. Let's go to detention center. What's up, edgy boy? Did he in Turnabout Sisters? Guilty. No, Grossberg did not help at all. The painting on the wall is still gone. That's brilliant. Yeah, it hasn't come back. You lost it forever. You look as grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it? In 3rd grade? Lunch money? Oh, yeah, all right. Yes, I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers. Well, it's probably only really mattered to me anyways. Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. Don't embarrass me, Maya. Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, right? So simple to a fault, even. Well, maybe, yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes, the man trapped me in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter any way you look at it. Yet he was found innocent. That defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. On that day, 15 years ago, the 3 of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had been not of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher, and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. So he's like my sister was to you, Nick. He is a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, he is obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly, huh? In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved. And not one suspect was declared innocent, ever. But that's... I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job, to find the suspect guilty perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth, if what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. That's right. Now's no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. Do I have anything? Nick, no. That's a photo of his father. Don't show him that. You're right. Now probably isn't a good time to dredge up those memories. What is it? Nothing. Huh? I just wanted to see what would happen. I'm a terrible person. I'll show him the letter, though. See this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where the boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge on me? Who is that old guy anyway? I don't know. Could it be an innocent defendant who got declared guilty or something? Nice, right? But I don't remember that old man. Not at all. So he was following this letter then. Which means there was someone else behind it. Now's the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Two men meaning myself and Robert Hammond? It also says this is your last chance. Last chance? Wait, maybe. Maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DL6 incident. Wait. That old man. Do you know who he is? Yogi. Could he be Yogi? The suspect in the DL6 incident. The one who was found innocent. It was that case that changed my life, and tomorrow on December 28th, it's the statute of limitations runs out. Tomorrow could be a coincidence, but even if that case is finally closed on paper, it will never be erased from my memory. Never. Okay. I don't think I need to show you anything else. I feel like we showed you all the other stuff. Is Grossberg in yet? Nope. There might be something left at Gourd Lake. Did I actually miss something here or nah? I don't even think he came back here after the trial. The whole pasta restaurant was a lie. What? You thought he was telling the truth? I guess we won't own Wet Noodle. Yeah, he wasn't back in the office. We gotta send Grossberg to jail, yeah, for never working. I feel like he told us to go there. Seems like the only thing we have is Edgeworth. The world ended yesterday? You must be reading predictions of the future. Okay. I think all we have is you. Oh, we just missed that. That's why he probably left. Probably. Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in the elevator together 15 years ago. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long, it felt like forever. The air thinned and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet, I said. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help, get us out. Don't shout, you'll just use up more oxygen. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed, staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court and Yogi was found innocent. Huh, but isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Right. Yeah? There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. You mean the nightmare? I think the time has come to tell all. Dude, object. What's up, Coronel? How you doing? Welcome in. We'll get back to Chrono Trigger this week, I promise you that. I've just been trying to work through the first game of this trilogy. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. Dude, hydrate? I need to get more water. I'll hydrate with coffee, which I think is not good for you, but whatever. Alright, coffee's gone. What kind of dream? It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark. Help! I can't breathe. Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help. Get us out. Don't shout. You'll just use up more oxygen. Coffee Dre? Yeah. Doesn't coffee make you more thirsty, if anything? It's a liquid, so it should count? Yeah, but... maybe I'm just getting confused because it's like a diuretic, right? I can't breathe. You're using up my air. What? Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. What are you? Stop breathing my air. No, father. He's attacking father. Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol. Get away. Get away from my father. Bang. What? And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years. But, that's just a dream, right? Right? That thought is the only thing that kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it is real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. What? If you think about it in that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean it was me? I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. This is bad. What are we going to do, Nick? What can we do? I don't know. I don't think there is anything we can do, like it or not. If there's someone else who knows a lot about DL6 incident, maybe. Grossberg. There's someone else who knows about DL6. Or she could be thinking about her sister, because her sister would know a lot too. But I'm assuming it's Grossberg. Mr. Grossberg. Oh, hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled. No kidding, I can't believe you're not. My. Just calm down and tell me what's happened, hmm? It's Mr. Edgeworth. He... How do you not know about this case, Grossberg? What have you been doing? Polly would know about the... Yeah, he definitely knows. Oh, You're right. Maybe I should talk to Polly. Damn. You're a better Phoenix Wright than I am, Lycor. So Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father? It's only a dream. Only a dream. I wonder... What? If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled, hmm? Well... Also, consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep, he'd want to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream. It was real. As you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, and the deed was done. Grossberg is the killer squawk? That would be a huge twist. That's all we need to hear. Put the bird on trial. No, I don't believe it. Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. What do you think about Edgeworth's father? He was a defense attorney, without peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have had one peer now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey. My sister. Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques. That's no surprise. Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence were nothing to him. The result, he was a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods. And he lost, and died in despair, as it were. I see. Hey, yellow-clad lad. Welcome in, Mary. Hope you're doing well. Okay. We're almost done with this case. Hopefully we're done by the time the boys come to hang out. When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fey. I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. Yet Yogi was found innocent. That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud. That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see. Well, that's not reassuring. That means you thought it, too. Best color? I really love the color of this hoodie. You picked out the best yellow, in my opinion. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son? It's only a possibility, mind you. But a possibility nonetheless. Ah, she was a beautiful woman. I'm truly sorry about what I did. Huh? Sorry about what? I think I'll stay out of this one. This incident took place 15 years ago tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll see the completion of not one, but 2 trials. All thanks to the statute of limitations. However... Oh, my hat, too. This hat... Oh, wait, you picked out this hat as well? Dude, this hat is... I love this hat. This is my favorite. I think it might be my favorite hat now. Maybe. I really like the velvet red one. That one's really nice. That one I got really cheap at Target, but it feels so good. It does match, yeah. Oh, you didn't, but it does match. I'm afraid the damage the DL6 incident has done will never be used. Thank you. Scene of the murder. Gregory Edgeworth? He was a gifted man. His death was truly a loss. I wonder what would have become of Von Karma were he alive. Oh, so this is the letter. It does seem that Yogi was following this letter, and he killed Hammond. But why kill Robert Hammond? Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own. His own? He never trusted his clients that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability. But he got his client found guilty, so why should it matter? Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won the innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined. Huh? You'll understand soon enough. Well, that's ominous. Wait. What is it? This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before, a long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this? It couldn't be Yanni Yogi, because he got it. Edgeworth... he seemed surprised when I showed him the letter. It was Polly. It had to be Polly. Von Karma, maybe? Could it be Manfred von Karma? Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this? Well, I'm not sure. Von Karma. Wait. You're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting, I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time in court records or reports. What? But that means the one who told... They did make... there was like a clarification when we found the letter that the handwriting was super neat and very concise and clean. When knowing Von Karma is a perfectionist, I kind of put two and two together, but I don't know why he has anything to do with it, honestly. The one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was correct. Manfred Von Karma himself. What does this mean, then? Why would Von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? Don't know. We'll find out. Do I have anything else to say? Oh, Von Karma. If it truly was Von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty. Oh no. But how could Von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare. That I do not know. Yet I do know that Von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son. What do you mean? It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma did win. But he didn't make it through the trial unscarred. What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma? Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won in the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood. Faulty evidence. It was the only penalty Von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Vacation. Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he has taken in his many years of prosecution. He doesn't take vacations? Like, go to the sea or the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe. You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya. In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot. Odd. If he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation? What do we do, Nick? Von Karma is going to bring up the DL6. You can bet on it. Lizzie, welcome in. How are you? How's Tom? How's our favorite orange cat doing? What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to DL6? I won't let him. Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know? I know that. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocent. Sleeping next to me on the floor, that sounds very like him, actually. I probably could have predicted that. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocent. But how are you been, Lizzie? I can't believe he'd kill someone. But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care. I know he's not guilty. Dude, we need to put this bird behind bars. If you say so, I suppose I could go check again. The police files might hold something of interest. Mr. Grossberg, thank you. I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim. I understand. The police materials, Okay. Looks like we gotta go to... Well, we have to go here first. And then go to criminal affairs. Good, just finishing up schoolwork. Sounds good. I'm doing good. I've been doing way better after that test. That took a lot out of me. Mentally, I was drained for a day or two. I was going to go live yesterday, but I just didn't feel up to it. I slept most of the day yesterday. I want an alternative game with Mia and Gregory alive. That would be a cool spin-off. But I feel like, I don't know. It'd be weird to have like different timelines for this game series. So glad you're done with the test. Me too. I don't have to study. Well, I mean, I may have to take it again in like 3 months, but I don't have to worry about it for another month or two. There's hardly anyone here. Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi. I don't get the results until like 5 days from now. So that's why I'm saying I don't know yet. I needed a mental breather. I think you got it. I'm 50-50. I think I did at least 50% right, but I think you need... The test doesn't tell you what you need to pass. So that's what I'm worried about mainly. Like, do I need a 70% and 80% to pass? No one knows. No one has the answers for that. So I'm just holding out hope at this point. Yeah, I don't want to do it again, but I wouldn't be shocked if I have to. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone. Oh wait, we already read this. Well, now I can't have just anyone wandering around in here. But I guess Mr. Von Karma is in there now anyway. Excuse me, Von Karma's here? Yes, he just arrived actually. Von Karma's in the records room. Nick, let's hurry. Let's go take this Von Karma down. Let's just beat him up in the records room. You were only here just yesterday. I'm sure they just haven't had time to clean. What's wrong, Nick? Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. Von Karma? I see that something's open now. Huh? One of the drawers here is open. Someone must have been looking in it recently. The label says unsolved cases evidence. Unsolved cases. Nick, the file for DL6, it's completely empty. What? What are you doing in here? Eek. Von Karma? Dude, he looks like a skeleton. He's terrifying looking. How do you know my name? Have we met? What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team. Defense team? I beg your pardon, you see, I rarely remember defense attorneys. They are like bugs to me, needless things to be crushed. God damn. I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. He has the worst smile ever. Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right? A romanticist who still can't shed whatever veneer of amateurism. Just like his father, always second-rate. Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why? Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record. So you did, but what I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival? That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. What a nice guy. I'd like to take him out for a nice dinner. Have a nice chat. He seems lovely company. Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow? We were right. So Von Karma is going to bring up the DL6 in court tomorrow. Okay. Clothespin. Don't touch that. It's evidence. I wonder what that's a reference to. Looks like there are files inside the glass case. The case is so dusty I can't see what's inside. They must keep important case files in there. Okay, yeah, I figured there was nothing else in there. Alright. Maybe... I feel like presenting anything to him is a mistake. What do you think about this parrot called Polly? Well, you think a prosecutor would give you a defense attorney information? Bah. Creep. Yeah, I don't want to show him anything. Should I show him this? I feel like this is a terrible idea. Have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You were instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder. Yanni Yogi? How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it. So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter? Yes, my dear defense attorney. Damn. Wish we got this on audio. Okay, I figured it seems like this needed to happen to progress. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You've saved me from a lot of needless hassle. What? Nick, what is that thing? I thought he was gonna pull a gun out on me. A stun gun for self-defense, usually. Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. 600,000? Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it, usually. Now give me the letter. No. No. What are you... Nick, run. Uh-oh, Maya's dead. Rip. Maya! Out of my way. Do the nerve. I feel like there'd be cameras in this room. Fucked up. He got us. The letter's gone, of course. That's so stupid. It was such a bad idea to show him, but I know you had to show it to him. And he took the DL6 evidence, all of it. Back to having no clues. Wait. Maya jumped first. Is she okay? Maya. Maya, open your eyes. Maya? The letter. Did he take it? Huh? Oh, yeah. Are you okay? I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm no good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now, when we need her the most. What if this taser awoken her abilities? Imagine. Not even now, when we need her the most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all. Don't say that, Maya. You're okay. There has to be some way I can help her. I'd better do something about her self-confidence first. Maya, she's holding something. What is that, a bullet? DL6 incident evidence number 7, taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped. DL6 bullet stashed in a pocket. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. We're about to close it up. Was Phoenix's fault for not running away and just standing there? Truly. Although I don't think he has much physical abilities. Probably why he wasn't introduced to Smash. Would have been cool if he was. I would have loved Phoenix Wright in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This is it. Judgment Day. Today, things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. What's the big idea? Sorry, Nick. I only touched her shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Dude, the voltage has been coursing through her for a full night. She has not been grounded since last night. Anyway, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa. What are you doing? Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge. Right, good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Oh, it's Gumshoe. What's gotten into that girl? Detective Gumshoe. Good morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How did it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after all that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. But that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. Boy, we have like an hour. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready. Right, very well. We have reached the final day of proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood. Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well, please bring the witness into the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake, from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. You can't object the judge, can you? I see, very well. Please begin your testimony. I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination. He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi, you're Yanni Yogi, and I'm going to prove it. Well, I should have checked what evidence I have before going into this. I guess I could look at it now. So we got the bullet. We got the incident photo still. I guess we have the case file? Trapped in the elevator. Bullet found in the heart. The murder weapon was fired twice. I should have read this earlier. What the fuck? After his arrest, fiance Polly Jenkins committed suicide. How did I miss that? Holy shit, okay. Polly, incredible. Incredible find. That might be useful later on. I don't know if that's going to come into play here. I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like it did, but I wasn't running away or nothing. I'm going to press it. I don't think it's going to do anything for us. You're just about to say why. Is it so hard for you to just quietly listen when someone is talking? If I sat quietly, Edgeworth would be guilty in 3 minutes. food. Well, Polly's a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack? Well, I kind of got lost, you see. The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's going to believe that. I see. So he was lost. Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. I figured I got nothing to do with the incident anyways. You do, though. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yep, seems like it. Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, huh? You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show me court proof. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? That's impossible. I'm glad you come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness. Please continue. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. I have to prove he's lying with his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past, or lack thereof, into question. Does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. Ooh, get him. Sick him, boy. Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Ho, now this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So who is he? Don't play dumb, Von Karma. Mr. Wright, please tell us the witness's name. Yanni Yogi. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yogi? The name seems familiar. Oh, Yanni Yogi, from the DL6 incident. Figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Miss Tisk. Jump into conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This witness is Yanni Yogi? Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law. As you may recall, you need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go. How are you going to prove that? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. I see. That makes sense. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Huh? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Why? The witness has no fingerprint. Why are you fucking kidding me? No shot. No fingerprints? Or you see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. Oh, bullshit. Come on. I burned my fingers working with the stuff. Hey, yup. God damn it. Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past? Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity. Can we prove that he worked at a chemical plant, though? Well, what will you do now, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided, no? No, I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. What are you going to do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief, hmm? Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait, oh god, it's gonna happen, isn't it? Cross-examine his parrot. Oh, no. You're not going to, Your Honor. The defense would like to take Von Karma up on his proposal. On my proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. Dude, this game is amazing. Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object. Objection! Wait a second. You were the one who suggested to cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Humph. Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, still want to go through with your little game? One second, I might... Oh, wait. Oh, geez, okay. Okay, never mind. One second. Something came up. That was weird. But we're good. We're good. Let me, Oh, I'll wait. Well... Okay, sorry about that. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. But Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence. Except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. Hell yeah. What happened? What do you mean, what happened? That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. The witness is ignoring me. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Who is your owner? Please testify for us. She's beautiful. What a beautiful little bird. Who is your owner? Please testify for us. Let's go. Hello, squawk. Dude, this game. Certainly the most concise testimony we've heard so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination. Right. What are you going to do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Objection. What if I just object? Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right, what do I say? Let's do... I could do the Polly thing. Because we do know that the fiance's name was Polly. Have we forgotten something? As I recall 2 days ago. Polly, have we forgotten something? Squawk? Don't forget DL6, Squawk? If I can get Polly to say that here, that will prove that the caretaker had something to do with DL6. Hello, Squawk? That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot something we forgot. Hello, Squawk? Uh-oh. It's not working, Nick. She won't say it. This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Wait, don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when we asked if he'd forgotten? There's no way. No fucking shot that he did that. Wait, what did she say? Something about Yogi? Maybe we have to do the... Do we have to do the code first? Because we did that and then the what's your name. Or no, whatever, forgotten. He wouldn't put... That's crazy that he would do it, though. Huh? The safe? Why? Let's just try to get her to say anything. What was the number of the safe in the shack? 128, 1228. My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker. Wait. The trial. The fucking... It ends on 1228. Holy shit. Okay. Well, we have something here. He would forge evidence in the past so that he undefeated so many years, I guess, but in one night he trained a parrot? Seems a little crazy. Actually, it does. That's what I have why I had her say it. Huh, ridiculous. How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? So it's 1228 with the DL6 case ending. Does it say here? 1228. Yes, it does. We'll use that as evidence. The DL6 case file. What is this obsession you have with that case? Mr. Wright, where in this file is something relating to the safe number? The case summary? Suspect data, victim data. Just the case summary, because that's when it ends. Case summary? Specifically the date on which the DL6 incident occurred. The date of the incident, December 28th. Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 1228. Ah, he used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. Oh, I looked at the file. There's also a mention of Polly, his fiance, at the end of that file. I saw that before starting the trial, or in the beginning of it. But this is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card's number to 001 because I'm number one. Dude, this is the best line so far in the game. Oh, I love that. The summary page, not the summary page, but the no. Is it the victims page? I'll show you. Check. At the very end, in the suspect data, after his arrest, fiance Polly Jenkins committed suicide. Which, it doesn't have Polly's name specifically, but the origin story of Polly's name, I'm assuming. This has nothing to do with a date. Nothing. Indeed. Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. Oh, no worries. We would need some other... It actually helps me think about the case more if people ask questions, honestly. So I appreciate you bringing it up. We would need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I going to find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more, if we can just get one more piece of evidence. Okay, which I think is what I just brought up, actually. Oops. So we'll ask for the name of the bird. Maybe we should get her to say her name. Polly? Polly. What's your name? Polly. Polly. Squawk? Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with the owner's identity? Of course it does. Ah, fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity. Then show us the proof. Don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the questions of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Proof that the parrot's name is the DL6 case file in the suspect file. Which page is this proof on, then? Show us or stop wasting our time. Very well. Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where in this file is the information connected to the parrot's name? Suspect data. It's the suspect data page. Okay, Evans, because they ask which page it's on, yeah. You have to be very precise. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? Indeed, it does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly? Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see. I guess that is possible. Wonder what would happen if Phoenix presented his badge to the parrot. It never gave me the option. I couldn't do that, I don't think. He would just openly start talking and reveal everything. He's like, oh shit, this guy's a lawyer. Better tell him everything I got. But a mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix, right? Does that make you my granddaughter's fiance? She's only 7 years old. It contradicts Polly's testimony. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is mere coincidence, that's all. True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop immediately. Witness? Tell us your name. Wait, this witness, he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. Oh, he's not swaying anymore. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years? Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. We got him. So, was it you who killed Robert Hammond and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So, I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really. But he didn't believe me. He won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. But wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was... Oop, shit, I skipped that. Von Karma, where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent, in this case at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well, this court finds the defendant Miles, or Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. We did it. We succeeded. GG's. That is all. The court is adjourned. Wait, was that actually it? Okay. Did someone just say objection? It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means... No. Edgeworth. Your Honor, I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. Oh, fuck, Edgy boy, please. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick, Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was the murderer in DL6 incident. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad. What do I do? I hate doing this to Miles, but I'm going to raise an objection. The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst. Didn't something like this happen yesterday too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. That would be Larry. We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth. He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out. For 15 years, I have had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare, that's what I told myself. But now, it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean, in the incident where your father died? From the distance of a shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident. It was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me. This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime? A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today? I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. Bah, it's obvious. We hold a trial right here, right now. We tried this man for his crime of 15 years ago. I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. God, we're so close. I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all of your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you kill your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy, just crazy. Nick, what are you doing? Huh? Oh, I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case for what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted it. He confessed that he did it in court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right. I think it said the gun fired 3 times. So I don't think throwing the gun would have made it fire 3 times. Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations of the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for sure, or for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections? None at all. Oh, maybe it was 2 times. I could check. Oh, does it not? Oh, wait, no. Is it this? Well, there's a bullet in the glass, so that's something to look at. Maybe it was in the file? Trapped in the elevator, returning from lost trial with the sun. One bullet found in the heart. The murder weapon was fired twice. You're right. It was twice. Well, we still had the case file. He took the letter, though. You knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth, I am a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please, please. That day I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we were taken to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That is all. Okay. Well, I think all we have to do is present... Stuck in the elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events. Bah, the same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Okay. I think we just need to present the fact that it fired twice. Single shot. I'm gonna press him first and then present it. The gun fired once. Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. The gunshot and that horrible scream. The scream. Maybe the scream is important. To this day. Yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live. There it is. One part of the testimony clearly contradicts the evidence, but I don't know what it means. I better find out, and quick. Single shot. Present. Let me read where it's at, though. It's in the victim data, right? One bullet found in the heart. Murder weapon was fired twice. Okay. Victim data. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. Stop doing this. It was the victim data. It says it's quite plainly the murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired the second shot? Your Honor, as I am sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when the second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What? I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot was fired at something in the case? Yes. It was fired into the elevator door. Honestly, I'm surprised they didn't think of shooting the gun to get air in the room. Like, they could have easily shot the wall of the elevator to get more air, I think. Or, like, you know, make some holes. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show your proof. Although I'd be worried about Ricochet. What? Impossible. Now, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprises for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright, show us your proof. Do you have evidence that the second firing of the pistol is related to the incident? It's in this one, right? Look at this photograph. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired? Where? Your Honor, please get a clue. Right there. As should be obvious, the contradiction is here. I see, a bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol, yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired the second shot. What are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart, the other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. That's on page 1. Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had been indeed fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the only one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. I don't think it's the whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made the bullet hole in the door. Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly, that the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, Mr. Von Karma says the second bullet fired was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So all we have is the single bullet fire. Dude, press Von Karma on what else could have made that hole. Why am I the only one being pushed? I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. Yeah, how did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya? What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick, if the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. No, but you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. It's just, when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else, who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No. No, I do not. So you killed your father, though that was not your intention? Yes, I did. Oh no. He's accepted the guilt. Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here. right now. Indeed. Does anyone have any objections? I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things I know I should be saying, but my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words.
Objection!
Your Honor, I object. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object? Nick, I don't know. His case is perfect. It must exist. The second bullet. What? What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist? But where? Someone took it. Seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet. It existed. What? But we've just heard proof that it does not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. The murderer. The murderer? Then tell us just who is this murderer? I'm still thinking about that one. So the criminal took the second bullet, but why? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet? Sure, he had to find it. Of course there was a need. That's why they took it. What possible reason could they have had? Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene with them is the bullet would be proof the murderer was cautious. You're talking Von Karma. Because Von Karma is very cautious. I mean, both of these would be technically right, correct? I think this is more to the point, so I'm gonna go with this one. Well, the murderer was a very cautious sort, you see. That's why the murderer had to search for that bullet. If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well. Huh? Why would they only take one of the two shots fired? Oh, right. Oh, was that wrong? Was there some, Oh, is this a two-branch one? The murderer wouldn't need it, but the prosecuting attorney would need it. Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for a stray bullet? I haven't got a clue. That's wrong, Mr. Wright. The murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. Had to take it. Oh wait, maybe you're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Okay. Had to, Mr. Wright. What do you mean? Well, for the instance, maybe the bullet hit the murderer? The bullet hit the murderer? Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened? Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murderer themselves was shot, and they left with the second bullet still inside them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime. Yes, I guess that's how it would work, yes? But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from the elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean the murderer came from outside, yes. The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges, and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. What a crazy, crazy thing that played out. Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. What are you saying? Deny it. Deny it. No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. I just thought of something really crazy. Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months. Oh, to recover his shoulder? Or whatever body part the bullet hit. What if Von Karma didn't take the vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Which would mean, it could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Should I come out and say it now? Yeah, you probably should. Well, maybe not, actually. There is a suspect. One lone suspect. Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect? Eric, my hands are shaking. What? Von Karma. Von Karma? You mean the Von Karma, the prosecutor? The one standing right over there? Bah, you don't object? I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection? Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident. Fascinating. Prove it. I would have to have needed surgery now. Where did I go under the knife? Mr. Wright. Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. Let's find out who his doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth? I know Von Karma, perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Nobody's that perfect. Did Von Karma pull the bullet out himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Wait. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere, but where? Is it still in his shoulder? Can you produce evidence to prove that... Wait. Oh, I have a metal detector. Oh, shit. Oh, buddy boy. You're in trouble. I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much. What? The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is? Let's get him. Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean... I do. There is a possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Dude, this is the best case by far. I love this. 1 second. Let me see if there's a change in plans, my friends. And no one responded, okay. Is that even possible for all these years? Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. I'm gonna run this over you and see what we find. The DLC case is even better. Oh, I'm excited for that then. This is so good. I refuse. You refuse. But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you? I'm surprised he doesn't say he has like a metal disc joint in there or something. Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. The statute of limitations runs out on the case today. It was you who said he had to end it right now. Oh, right here, right now. Could they use an X-ray? I guess that works too. I feel like a meta detector is more obvious. Or yeah, they could always use an X-ray after. Yeah, that's fair. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. What does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. I think you know what it means, Phoenix. It's pretty obvious at this point. It reacted. Something inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma. It was you? I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6. But, Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. He never proves anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here, not I. Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6? Of course you can't. You don't have any evidence, the DL6 evidence. That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. I could tell I've been streaming too long with this game because I'm stumbling over words now. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. What? You were close, one day away from freedom. But you see, I approve. What? Who would have thought you would dig your own grave, trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. Taken from recovery, still bears clear ballistic markings. But that's from Edgeworth. I mean, I'm gonna do it. I have the health. I don't care. Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings? You may recall the term. It came up the first trial 2 days ago. Yeah, I'm not going to read all this again. You all know what ballistic markings mean at this point. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We can analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings matched, you would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol. In other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Oof. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? Ooh. I think we got him. Hello, Mary.
Hi.
I'm almost done.
Nice. Just figured I'd come up since I know it's close to 5:30.
Yeah, I did ask to extend it to 6, though.
Oh, okay.
But I'm almost done, so... Did you want to go somewhere to eat?
Oh, no. Were they discussing that?
Yeah, Matthew did.
Okay. Well, if we do have that conversation, maybe...
Well, not here. I'm just saying. Did you want to go out to eat?
I'm not that hungry.
Okay, sounds good. Let me just finish this up. Thank you for the pufferfish sound, too. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet. I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. On Karma. It was you who screamed. Mr. Von Karma. Oh god, it's it's flooding back to him. Only you would dare defy me. So it was you. You and your father are my curse. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you with my bare hands. Death, death. Was a brilliant, he was so good. 15 years earlier, chief prosecutor, I'm sorry. But Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth. Ah, okay, I see. It was a shock like none I've ever known. Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died never knowing who shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge... What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it. Very well. Man knows when he lost. It appears that we have come to a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later. Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor? You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. Let's go. I feel like all courtrooms should have confetti to be ready to be set off at any given moment. That is all. This court is adjourned. Nick, we did it. Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed. I gotta say, I'm impressed. It was pretty close, though. I was sure we had it. I know I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself, but now it's all just a good memory. So it is finally over, Edgeworth, right? Yeah? I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try thank you. I see. Thank you, Wright. You're welcome? I think you could have done better than that. Sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing. You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. She's got you there. Whoop. Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month, but who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Whoop. I feel foolish. Don't worry, take it a little at a time. I'll you get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey, y'all. Lotta. Y'all were great in there. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats. Thank y'all very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there. You were the witness in the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Who, me? Ah, well, I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Huh? It's over, Nick. My life is... Did he get broken up with? Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Kyan's. She's gone to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. Should have seen that coming. Yo, Edgy. There you are. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Harry Butts, you come along tonight too, my treat pal. Huh? Oh, thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right. Yeah? What's up? That envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. Oh, it's the lunch money. $38 exactly. Nick? Wasn't that exact amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? No. No, Larry, it was you. What are you so surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as suspect. What? Think back to the day, 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyways. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting... Oh, I skipped it. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know. Really, right? I'm surprised. You didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events. Edgeworth? You should have told me. Now, Nick. It was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes. There you have it. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you have always been something of an unsufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too. Death. The death sentence for both of you. Man, if I only had known, I'd have become a prosecutor. Same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Want to switch, right? Hey, y'all. Line up, I'll take a photo. Photo time, let's go. And after that, dinner on me. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. Sorry, I keep scratching my nose. I have like an itch. It's very annoying. Whoa, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? It's still only 5? Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium. In training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth too. I wanted to help you. But I couldn't. I was useless. So I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Aw. What time is it? Yeah, the first trains for the mountains have already left. To the station. I guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick! So, you're leaving? Yeah, it's hard to being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay?
Hold it!
Wait. What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. On the last day of the trial, I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister. Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Oh, the bullet she grabbed.
Take that!
A bullet? Von Karma was convinced he had taken all the evidence pertaining to DL6. But you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma, and you were the one who gave it to me. Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm going to complete my training and come back. Okay, I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run the office by yourself. You're hopeless. I don't know about that. So, this is it. See you soon, Maya. Thanks, Nick. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page, and say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins, with the same old crazy cast of characters. Ha! Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim. Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh, I got a bad feeling about this.
Objection!
Oh, we did it. I thought there was one more after this. Is the DLC not on the PC version? It went okay, Ozzy. I don't know if I passed. I may have... I don't know. We'll find out in a couple days. I feel like I didn't do good, but I feel like I didn't do bad either. Like, I think I did the math pretty well. The math section was easy. Digital logic, I think I did really well at. But there was a lot more, like, is it discrete signals? Digital signals? Which was like a lot of Fourier transforms, Laplace, Z transforms. Stuff that I didn't like in college. And I don't like now still. There's a lot more of that on the test than I suspected. You aren't a smart bloke. Well, thanks for reassuring me. How you been, Ozzy? We're about to end the stream here soon. I got friends coming over. That is a bright hat. It is. It's very luminescent. You can say my whole outfit is like that. Okay, I think there is still the DLC mission in this game. I could be wrong. I feel like there is something else left, but if not, we'll be starting the next game in the coming week. But I need to finish up Chrono Trigger first. Well, no, I don't have to finish Chrono Trigger first, but I need to get back on Chrono Trigger, if anything. Because I don't know how much is left of that game. I don't think there's much. Can I skip this or not? I can't skip this. I'll wait a bit. Thank you, second. Thank you. One game down. I think they're all around the same length. They're about 5 cases, 4 to 5. God, these go forever. I want to get back to the main menu. Technically still got the DLC episode. Yeah, that's what I thought. Still not done with it. 5 letters? Oh, you're doing a crossword right now?
Hold it!
Wait. African water-loving animal? The hippopotamus? 5 letters. Oh, there's the new episode. Is that like a scramble? Oh, I don't want to start it. Shit. Oh, hippo. That's it, yeah. What animation? Oh, was it 2 separate murders? Oh, that's the police office mascot. Favorite of the whole series? Ooh, that's gonna be good. We'll either do this Monday or Tuesday. It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial. Oh, wait, let me save. I don't have to do this right now. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna end it there.